Yeah, I mean, some guys are just a little bit banged up, but I think the biggest thing is kind of getting them healthy and getting them back because we need them. We need everybody to be healthy going into the season. So the good thing is it's nothing too major or anything. So once we get those guys back, it'll be big for us. But I think just right now, just focusing on what we can control, and that's just getting better every day. The guys that are healthy, and that's one thing we've done a good job on is doing that.
Gabe, off some practice. What's that been like for you? And just, I guess, how beneficial can this season be for you?
It could be very, very, very beneficial. I've got almost 6 years under my belt. Gabe was a freshman coming in. He didn't expect me to be here, but it's been going. It's been going pretty good. Gabe loves to compete, just like myself, and he loves to get better, and that's the main thing.
What's your biggest piece of advice?
The biggest piece of advice is just never lose who you are. You're gonna go through tough times in college. You're gonna have ups and downs, but you got to just push through every time.
I guess, what do you remember about like your freshman year at some of those adjustments from high school to college? And I guess, do you use any of those experiences to help you?
I mean, where I came from high school, it was a competitive league, so it was easy. My transition was easy coming from high school to college because I already know how to play with guys that have talent as well around me. It didn't look well, but I competed at a high level myself.
Thanks. I think Mike Woodson mentioned how he felt like you were able to kind of see the game from like a coach's point of view when you were out last season. Just is there any things you noticed maybe in the game that you hadn't before because of just the way you were kind of watching the game?
Honestly, the pace of the game. One thing I understood was the pace. I understand that I was probably going a little bit too fast. My coach had he called me a Ferrari without brakes in high school. So I honestly see where he came from with that, and I think I built a bit upon that honestly.
What else did you do like when you just couldn't play, or how did you just deal with it?
I just watched a lot of basketball, and I played a lot of games. Honestly, my mom was around me to keep me comfortable, and to help me get through my situation. And I'm just blessed to be back where I am.
What basketball did you watch?
A lot of NBA because we play a pro style NBA offense, and honestly, everything that you see on the NBA floor is what we run to as well. It's kind of crazy.
Who do you admire?
The person I admire in the NBA is that I look up to a lot. Because he has a lot of speed. Is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, he makes a lot of decisions for his team. He's a leader on his team, and he plays both sides of the ball really well.
Last year when you were out with Jalen stepping in, did you was there a lot of times when you were talking with him, working with him from, as you mentioned, coaching perspective standpoint?
Oh yeah, yeah. When he came out the game a lot, well, he didn't come out the game a lot, but but when he came out the game, I was always in his ear telling him like things that I saw, and I don't know if he accepted it or not, but I mean he did play pretty well, so I mean I think he did accept it a little bit. So and he became a great player after as well. But I learned a lot from him as well though.
Are you getting percentage of his NBA contract?
Oh nah 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 nah. He can have that. He can have that himself. He can have that.
Coach Wilson said offensively, you guys are kind of a work in progress. It'll probably be that way till you guys get to the season. Do you feel it? What's that like in practice? How different is that from a year ago when you guys had more of a better team and knew kind of what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of new pieces that we're filling in gaps for, and they're big gaps. I mean, obviously two guys are in the NBA now, so um, we're we're definitely working on it and fixing up those gaps, like I said. But it's been great to kind of see what guys can do. That's what we focus on this summer. It's just getting a chance to play with each other all summer and see what guys can do. So it's been great to kind of have X back and get a feel what his game's like, and for our guys as well to transfers. So it's been great.
Um. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, if you want to
Oh,
add.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I just think we had, from the team last year, we had 2 years on our belt, honestly, and Coach Wilson's system is a lot to learn. It honestly took us 2 years to learn it. One thing we had that was better was we had the Bahamas trip. That helped us, gain some more knowledge upon Coach Wilson in his offense and defense as well. Uh, I mean, it's just been a quick turnaround because we only have 2 weeks under our belt, and we have a whole bunch of new guys, but we got to put it together fast, and we got only less than a month to do it.
Does some of that summer work help you kind of get to know the guys? Because you said a lot of guys stayed back. So instead of that Bahamas trip, you guys use some of that time, just working on your own for the summer to try to make up for some of that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's in the gym all summer, working on our game, and like I said, just playing and getting up and down was great for us to kind of see what guys can do. And so I think just leading into the fall, kind of guys learn their roles and know what they need to do to help our team win is huge for us. And just coming together, it's good.
Has there been like any just individual that stood out up to this point, whether it be a new guy or a guy that's come back into development?
I would say Trey Galloway. Trey Galloway had a great summer shooting the ball. I think he's honestly wanted to shoot the ball too as well. He had a 50% from three last year, and we want him to continue to keep growing upon that. And he's a great shooter, great shooter.
Yeah, because there's been some pretty recent examples of guys transfers like year two playing with their new team, they go off. Like Jalen Pickett becomes an All-American, Tyler Kolek, Big East Player of the Year. Like, how much do you look at that and be like, this is my turn? You know what I mean? Like, you get more comfortable. Like, why? Why? What's the reason behind that?
I mean, he's just comfortable in the system, honestly. Those guys got comfortable in their system, and they knew the offense, and their coach trusted us. And only one thing I have here is teammates that trust me, and a coach that really puts the ball in my hands and trusts me as well.
As someone who does like to move quickly, this team is going to be different offensively. Last year, of course, ran through Trace Jackson a lot, and this year there's a lot more options. Are you looking forward to having that more of a wide open offense?
Oh yeah, I am looking forward to having a wide more offense. Because we got a lot of dudes that can actually score the ball too as well. We got Mac, we got Malik on the post. Malik is more versatile too as well. We got Khalil at the five. He's a versatile big that sets screens and rolls. And we got Trey Galloway that can shoot the ball too as well, and is a savvy guard that gets in the lane too. It creates for his teammates. And we got guys that come off the bench too. We got C.J. Gunn that can shoot the ball too as well. Come off the bench. We got Caleb Banks, and who else am I missing? We got Gabe Cup as well.
Trey, sometimes in our business we think of players and we try to slot them into roles. Should we think about this team more along the lines of like combinations you can put on the floor, less individual things that they can do, and kind of how the puzzle pieces fit together? Is that maybe a better way to think of how the team is used?
Like with
Just in terms of all the new players coming in and some of the players on the roster.
yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys that can come in and do certain things. I mean, we're deep. We got a lot of guys that want to be out there and want to play. So I think it's really helped us be competitive all summer because we've had guys just competing for spots and minutes. It's been great because we're making each other better. So I think as we keep doing that and we keep trusting each other and building upon it and just kind of trusting what coaches put in front of us is going to be good for us to kind of have guys fill in spots and kind of play together in certain times.
X, like, is this your team? Like, 'cause it feels like it could be a lot of different guys this team. Like, is this your
Uh, I mean, I would say I wouldn't just say that it's just my team. I think it's all of our team. All of us. I count. We hold each and every one of us accountable. Because we all put the same name on our jersey. It's Indiana. And so we all compete and we all lead.
like how important is it to find the right role, like role allocation? Like, hey, I'm a late game guy, or like what my job is.
My job is just to run the team. Honestly, if I have to score, I have to score. But my job is really get everybody involved and make everybody else look better on the floor. No
Following
problem.
up on Todd's question, last year you really looked at it, the first unit, the second unit. Is this team more of what doesn't have units, it just have different pieces all the time that can be on the floor?
I think there's two different units. We got the starting five, and we got the second unit. Coach Wilson always says that our second unit is always as important as the first unit because where it's a team sport and it's basketball, honestly.
What have you guys seen from CJ Gunn, I guess maybe from when he came to campus last season, just his growth, and how do you think he can contribute this year?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, because we go up against each other every day, and he makes me better, I make him better. And I think just him, just that confidence that he has is incredible. I mean, he's got the most one of the most confidence I've seen. I mean, he's always looking for a shot. He can make shots, and he's done a great job of staying in the gym and working on his game. And I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this year, just the way he can put on the floor, and get to his mid range and do a lot of things. And I think just continuing to grow and learn is going to be huge for him because we're going to need him this year. He's going to be a big piece to our team. So I'm really excited at his growth this summer and the fall. It's been great.
I would say the same thing, honestly. The one thing I've seen growth in is the shot selection. Coming in as the same guy, a freshman playing in Indiana. being a main guy on your team in high school, you shoot the ball every time down the floor. One thing you got to realize is, there's other talent on the floor too that'll help you score the ball and help the team score as well. And that's one thing that he has understanding. He's in the gym watching film from with Coach Walsh and all the other coaches as well, and he's just getting better.
Is some of that just being more comfortable with the college game, or is that because you guys are more freshman sophomore
Yeah, I would say that too, and I think it's just a drive that he has himself. He didn't play. He was a guy that didn't play a lot, and he's an underseen guy that people don't really know about. And he wants to create a name for himself and an image for himself in this league.
You guys have played a lot of basketball. When you look around, when you have a team, do you have a sense of how a team is going to come together in a situation like this where you have so many youth players, they're more unknowns for you? Like, you look around, you're like, I don't know how good we can be yet. Like, I mean, is there more unknowns for you when you look around your team this year compared even in high school when you had teams, maybe you had a good feeling about what your ceiling was?
Yeah, I mean it's a different feel because, like you said, there's just so many new pieces, and I mean last year we knew what we had. We knew the freshmen coming in, and the guys we had coming back. 'Cause we had a lot of guys return last year to our team. We had a great year. I mean, obviously the loss of X really killed us and hurt us because who knows what we could have done if we had him. I mean, obviously I do know it'd be go a lot farther than what we did and be in a different position. But I think just this year, knowing that we got new pieces, I think it's going to be good to kind of go out there and compete in the first game. I mean, because you don't really know until you play somebody else. Because everyone thinks they're good going into the season. I mean, because that's what you're telling yourself and you're telling everybody. So you can't really tell until you really play your first game, until you really compete against other people. Obviously, we can go out there and compete against each other all we want, but at some point you get tired of that and you want to go out there and play against someone else. So once we put that jersey on and play someone else, we'll know. And if it's not that good at first, we'll get better. But like I said, we'll figure it out and see how it goes.
Have you ever talked about that? Like, because you're so young that you might go through some growing pains, you got to be kind of ready for the first couple of weeks to sort of be vocal and try to keep the guys good because you're young. It might, like you said, might not go as easy as you want, or as good as you want it. So are you prepared to kind of step in as leaders to like, calm the team down if it takes it long term?
Yeah, I mean it's such a long season, and teams can click at the right times. I mean, last year when we had two of our starters injured, we lost three in a row, and looked like our season was almost over. But we bounced back and rallied and ended up winning seven or eight in a row, which got us right back in it. So I think just sticking with it and knowing that it's a long season and you come prepared and you're gonna be in position to win every game you play in.
What have you seen out of McKenzie to make you think that he's going to be a big time impact player for you guys this season?
He's got a freshman that's vocal. He wasn't that way when he first got on campus. It's something that he grew into, and he's wired to score, and he's a great scorer. He's a great shooter, and I really think that he'll help us in that area because that's one area that we have struggled in the last couple of years.
Well, Caleb Banks is somebody you don't talk about a lot, but last year, something always sticks out. Mike Wilson says, make the most of your minutes. He came into a game, he seemed to usually impact it, grabbing two, three rebounds, whatever the case was. What did you see from him and his ball this summer?
One area is shooting the ball. He's honestly, he has more confidence to shoot the ball now. One thing that I would say, he is a competitive person, and honestly, I told him that the reason why we came back in the Miami game was because of him. He's a guy that plays hard. He might not have known that he was a good impact in that game, but I told him like, yo, bro, like you're a good impact to our team, and he knows that, and he knows who he is as a player too as well.
Yeah, I'd say just him using his body. I mean, he's got great size and great length and athletic ability. So just being able to come in and defend is a big thing for us because he can defend at a high level, and as well as being able to spread the floor and be able to shoot it. So I think he's done a great job this summer of kind of growing into that because he knows that we need him this year. He's a big piece to our team, so he's been working this summer like everyone else, and he's gonna be ready to go.
How important do you think those words were for you to him about that?
I think they were very important. He's another guy that hasn't played a lot. He's a freshman. He needs guys that are older than him and that have experience to tell him that because that only gains confidence. Doesn't lose confidence. Gains confidence.
What all was Trace's draft like?
It was kind of I would say it was different. Because we thought, we thought Trace was going first round. Everybody did, honestly. He had a big drop off. But one thing, my words of encouragement to him was, you gotta, it's a batter in your back now. You gotta prove who you are in the NBA. Because a lot of guys don't really know what you can do, and that's something that he's accepted, and it's something that he's willing to do.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was a great atmosphere. I mean, obviously, it was really cool seeing all the people that cared for him being there, because we knew he'd be there for us, and he was a great teammate for us, and still texts all the time. And I know he still wishes he could be with us sometimes, but it's really cool to see him at the next level, and to learn from such great guys around him. It was great.
Max, what do you think is a fair expectation for this team this year? Like your expectation you set for yourself?
I would say expectation is go back to the tournament. Don't do things that we've done in the past year, but gain a step further. Because last year we did go a step further in the tournament, went to the second round, but we plan on going to the round of 32 in the Sweet 16 this year. We want to go further in the tournament. That's my expectation for this year.
I guess whether it's guys like Mackenzie or Caleb or like even you, Trey, like do you guys feel like you have maybe some more interchangeable pieces like positionally compared to like last season? How do you think that
Yeah, I think our depth is good this year, and we got guys that, like you said, can definitely play different positions. Um, I mean, we got guys that come in and do certain things, and we've we've really established like what kind of certain guys' roles are, and I think it's been great to kind of compete and know that guys can do certain things at different positions. So it's been good.
It's not that you weren't already motivated for this, but when you go to Tracy's draft party and when you see Jalen get drafted and go through that, and knowing that you're going to come back and have that opportunity again, does that add extra motivation for you, extra drive?
Yeah, it does add extra motivation to me because one thing I love to see my brother succeed, and I want to be in the same position as them as well because that's a dream of mine to go to the NBA as well. It's been a batter on my back, not just from just seeing them. My dad sent me a lot of stuff on social media. I try not to read it, but it's a lot of doubt on my name, and I know I got a lot to prove, coming off an injury, and but I'm ready.
What do you feel like you have to prove or want to prove?
I just want to prove that I'm a winner. I had teammates that have already proven winners, including Trey, Race, Miller as well. I just want to come in and prove that I can win and being one of the best point guards in this league.
Your dad sending you positive stuff when people are questioning you for motivation? What's he sending you on social media?
My dad, he's my biggest critique. Anything he says, it kind of hurts a little bit, but he motivates me as well. He sends me all this stuff to motivate me.
Is he
Honestly,
sending you like mean tweets that people have, or like?
not I wouldn't say the mean tweets, but he sends me like the point guard rankings and stuff. The team rankings and things in that nature. But that's his motivation to me because I believe I am the best point guard in this league and I will prove it.
I guess just like physically coming back from an injury, like what is that recovery process like? Do you feel any differently? What's that whole process like? I feel like people say like they might doubt you because like oh you're coming back from an injury, that's easy, but how do you feel?
It's just something that I just go along every day, just work at it every day. And honestly, I feel back to my regular self. And there's a pace about me, and there's a motivation to me every day. My guys push me every day. They hold me accountable. They tell me to talk every day, be a leader on the floor. It's got to be every day. You got to be an everyday guy. That's one thing that Miller Cop has shown in this program.
I guess what do you guys feel like the similarities or differences maybe like defensively to this team? Like obviously Trace is amazing, but outside of the that's
Um, I would say, Trace was a guy that on both ends you can count on 20 and 10. And I believe Khalil can do the same thing. He's a 7'2" guy. He's athletic. I'm not gonna say he's athletic as Trace, but he has the link to be athletic as Trace. He's a guy that catches lobs and he's a guy that can alternate shots. He's our rim protector. At the three spot, we got Mac and Baco. He can shoot the ball as well as Miller. He's honestly more. Miller might he not gonna get mad at me. I hope he won't. But he's more athletic than Miller. He's a guy that we're expecting to be a great defensive guy on the defensive end. And at the fourth spot, we got Malik. I hope Race ain't here to hear this, but he's a guy that he's more skilled than Race, honestly, and he's got that. has followed in Ray's footsteps, and has seen what Ray did at the 4, and is a guy that can honestly grow.
Trey, what do you feel like the next step is for you with your game? Because it seems like you've kind of made incremental improvements already. Where do you feel like it's next?
I'd say honestly, just continue to help our team win. I think that's a big thing for me because we have goals that we want to achieve, and I mean, just the ending of last year hurt all of us, and I think for me, obviously, there's obviously individual goals that you want to improve on in your game and stuff like that, but the main focus for me is just how can I help my team win and how can I help us succeed and win the Big Ten and win the Big Ten championship. So we'll take it each day at a time and try to focus on certain things like that.
The loss, like how long did it take you to kind of get over that and like move on? Did it take a little bit?
I mean, I'm still not really over it because I mean you want to keep going and it's such a fun season. It's you love your teammates so much, and it's great to have guys around that are great people. And all of our seniors last year were great people, and they meant so much to our program and left so much. So I think just continue that and continue that legacy that they left is going to be big for me and X and Anthony Leal and all the older guys, and even Anthony Walker coming in. He knows what it takes, and cause, I mean, obviously they beat us last year, so he knows that what it takes to get to the Final Four. So he's also a great piece to be added to our program because he knows what it takes. So I think just taking it day by day and one game at a time is going to be big for us because it's a long season, like I said, and we want to be at the top at the end.
How's Anthony doing? Like with you guys?
Walker or Leal? Doing well. He's another great guy that just knows so much and helps our program and is huge for the young guys because he sets a great example because he's always at practice, always just ready to go and filling position. I mean, like I said earlier, we're talking about the guys being out and like with some injuries. He's filled in gaps. And he knows every position 1 through 5, so he's been able to really just help the young guys learn. And having a guy like that is special on your team because at the end of the day, when it comes to winning, he's gonna be one of the guys that impacts it, and it's great to have him.
Definitely helps. What do you see him bringing to the team on the court and with Peyton's part? Maybe talk about
Both of those guys are energy guys. They provide. Payne's going to be a guy that takes screens, rolls, be physical inside. And Anthony is a guy that also brings energy off the bench and is athletic and can play both sides. Both sides, he play the wing and he can play the forward. So he brings a versatile player, another player to our team, more depth, honestly.
Trey, you made a big jump last year, like in terms of movement from center. I guess do you feel like it's possible for you to increase that from your volume perspective, like taking some more shots? And I guess how do you like balance that with there's obviously other parts of your game that are
Yeah.
important. Like I guess how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to increase the volume, and that all just starts with just knowing which shots to take and the right shots to take, and just being more ready to take shots. I mean, I think just knowing the ball's coming to me, because I mean, I got a great point guard right here that's going to find me. I know he's going to find me and trust me to make shots. So I think just having him be able to get downhill and create guys off of me because they got to stop him. It's gonna be good. And same thing, I'm gonna return it to him too as well because he can make shots as well. So I think the big thing is just the open lanes we're gonna be able to have because being able to spread the floor and get downhill will be good for us.
What do you see as like the biggest challenge
I think just knowing the right spots. I mean, like you can always increase the volume of shots, and just being in the right spot at the right time. So there's obviously playing off X or other guards and knowing what he likes to do. And when he gets downhill, maybe move to a certain spot that's going to be open for me to knock down shots is big. So I think just studying film and watching film and knowing um, where the shots come from our offense is going to be big for me. And I think I've done a good job of that this summer, working on that and working on those game-like shots.
I guess this could be for both of you. What's it been like working with Calvert Cheney, just in his player development role? What's things he's working on for you as an AD
Yeah, he's great. Just every day, he's an everyday guy, and it shows me. He's obviously one of the best players Indiana's ever seen come through. So I think just having him is special for us because he cares so much about us already. I mean, he barely knows us because I mean, he's still getting to know us, obviously. But I mean, he he's business and he wants to win, and he's going to help us win. And he's done a great job of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that he's an everyday guy. He wants us to succeed. He cares for us on and off the floor. He takes us to lunch, and we have talks. And he's a guy that's always is there for us on and off the floor.
Jordan Ho's also added to that list. Speaking of shooting, is he working with you guys? Have you worked with him at all on shooting at all?
Yeah, he's also another guy that cares so much about the program. And it's great to see him back with IU. And obviously, he's a great shooter in Indiana and a great player. So, like I said, just having those guys be around and giving like tips because I mean he's won at a high level in Indiana. So just listening to him and hearing what he has to say is very beneficial for all the guys on our team and the guards as well. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's honestly one of the best shooters the Big Ten has ever seen. When the video came out, I think it was last week, of him playing, it was honestly like crazy to see him. And he's one of our coaches. He's a guy that we look upon. If we need knowledge, he can give it to us. Which one? My little one. I haven't seen him play in a while, but I heard he's gotten a little bit taller. He's growing. Honestly, he's growing. I'm honestly say he's gotten better. He's working on his body. I'm honestly proud of him because he's doing it every day, and he's trying to be an everyday guy.
Cool. Next.